Hare Krishna. So once again, thank you very much for coming to the Saturday Bhagavad Gita class. We are reading from chapter 1. We'll be first chant the Mangalacharan prayers to bring the auspiciousness. 1, 2, 3. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam
Chakshurunmilitam yena
Tasmai
tasmai
Shri
Sri
Guruve
Guruve
Namaha.
namaha.
Shri Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Manu
Manu
Abhishtam
Abhishtam
Apitam
Tapitam yena
Bhutale
Bhutale
Swayam Rupa
Upakala Mayam
Dadati
Dadati
Swapadantikam
Swapadantikam
Vandeham
Vandeham
Sri
Sri
Guru
Guru
Shri Yuta
Shri
Padakamalam
Padakamalam
Shri
Shri
Guru
Guru
Vaishnavanscha
Vaishnavancha
Shri
Shri
Rupam
Rupam
Sagrajatam Sahagada Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam
Sajivam
Advaitam Savadhutam
Savadhutam
Parijana
Parijana
Sahitam
Satyam
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Devam
Devam
Shri
Sri
Radha
Radha
Krishna
Krishna
Padan
Padan
Sahagana
Sahagana
Lalita Shri Vishakhavitamscha He Krishna Karuna
Karuna
Sindhu
Sindhu
Dinabandhu
Dinabandhu
Jagatpate
Jagatpate
Gopesha
Gopisha
Gopika
Gopika
Kanta
Kanta
Radha
Radha
Kanta
Kanda
Namostute
Namostute
Sapta
Sapta
Kanchana
Kanchana
Gaurangi
Gaurangi
Radhe
Radhe
Vrindavaneshwari
Vrindavaneshwari
Vrishabhanusude
Vrindavanusute
Devi
Devi
Karunanandari
Prananam
Priye
Hare
Vancha
Vajjana
kalpatarubhyascha
Kalpataruvyascha
kripa
Krishna
sindhubhya
Sindhu
eva cha
Evacha
patitanam
Bhavamebhyo
vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Namaha
Nama Om Vishnupadaya
Vishnupadaya
Krishna
Krishna
Prishthaya
Krishnaya
Bhutale
Bhutale
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Bhaktivedanta
Swamin iti namine
Namini
Namaste
Namaste
Saraswati
Saraswati Deve
Gauravani Charine
Gauraparishani
Nirvishesha
Nirvishani
Shunyavari
Vishwani
Paschatyadesh Jaya Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Prabhu
Prabhu
Nityananda
Nanda
Advaita Gadadhar Vasadi Gaura
Bhakta
Bhakta
Vrinda
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Hare Rama
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 Rama Hare
Rama Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Rama
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama
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 Hare
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 Hare.
Hare Krishna. So we are reading from chapter 1, which is the Observing the Armies is the title which is given by Srila Prabhupada. It is also known as Arjuna Vishad Yoga. This is also known as Arjuna Vishad Yoga. Why it is called Arjuna Vishad Yoga? Because Arjuna is perplexed. He is bewildered when he comes for the fighting. And initially what Dhritarashtra says, that when Sanjay explains to him that now the armies have come together to fight and they are facing each other, in what mood they are in fighting mode, right? Saloni, what was the word?
Yujutsu
Yuyatsavaha.
Savaha.
Yeah. What does Dhritarashtra says? Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyatsavaha mamakaha pandavaschaiva kim akurvata Sanjaya. So he's asking Sanjay that when when the Kauravas army, my sons and Pandu's sons, they came together in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, what are they trying to do? I've given this example many times. If you go to some restaurant for having dinner or lunch, what else will you have? You will have only dinner or lunch, right? So similarly, when they are meeting in the Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra, meeting there to fight with each other. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yutsavaha. Samaveta yutsavaha. So Mamakaha and Pandavas chaiva. Kim akurvata Sanjaya? He's asking a very stupid question, but it is not stupid actually. He is asking that question in order to show his fear, because he knew that in the heart of his heart that Kurukshetra is a Dharma Kshetra. And what happens on a Dharma Kshetra? If you go to Vrindavan, if you go to Jagannath Puri or Mathura, what kind of work is there? Or Banaras, Kashi? We
Pilgrimage.
can do the tapascharya. We can do only, something related to the God. We only do the pious activities there in the Dharma Kshetra. But here they are fighting. And when they are fighting, he knew that his sons are not very pious people. But Pandu's sons were very pious people. So when they have come together in a spirit of either kill or get killed, Samaveta Yuyutsavaha. Yuyutsavaha means in the spirit of getting killed or kill. In that spirit, they have come there. With that mindset, they have come to Kurukshetra war. And when they have come, what is going to happen? Because Kurus, that is Dhritarashtra's sons, are not very pious. And they have come there to fight. And because Kurukshetra is Dharma Kshetra and my sons are not pious, he knew that they are not going to win. That's why his fear. And with that fear, he is asking the question to Sanjaya, what are they doing? Is there any possibility of some kind of compromise so that there will not be any bloodshed happening? There will not be any bad thing is happening because I love my sons. But he didn't love Pandu's sons because he wanted everything to be given to his sons, though they are not very pious people. But he still wanted them not to get killed in the war. All right. So this is the one aspect of that. Then when Arjuna had a lot of questions in his mind, can each of you repeat what were his doubts, starting with Kavita?
His doubts is he was very anxious to the extent his what is the name? His Gandiva was slipping from his hand
Why?
to the
That's
extent
the
because
question.
he was
Why was it happening? Because when Arjun comes and asks Arjun to Krishna that please take my chariot in the middle of the two armies, because I want to see with mad Duryodhan who all have come to fight with us. He wanted to see who all have come to fight with us. Yeah.
his
And he
family,
wanted to
his
see all those
grandfather.
bad people, those who have come along with him with that mentality. And when he went there, he saw Bhishma Pitama, then Krupacharya, Dronacharya, and all his other relatives, siblings, and nephews and all. They all have come there to fight because they were working for Kauravas. That's why they have to come. उनने उनका नमक खाया था, right? So that's why they have to fight from their side. And when he sees that, he comes into the first thing that comes to his mind. Oh, I'm going to kill all these people, because Arjun was very, very determined and he was a very good warrior as well. So he knew that he is going to win. He was the best warrior. Lots of upadhis were given to him, lots of designations given to him. Krishna tells him Gudakesha. Gudakesha is the one who has won on sleep, who has taken over. the sleep as well. If he doesn't sleep, doesn't mind. He can remain awake for days together, for months together, for years together. That's how he was. His also name was Dhananjaya, the one who has conquered the world for earning kingdom for whom? Duryodhana, right? Because when Ashwamedh Yajna had happened, that time Arjun went along with his army to conquer all the kings across the Bharatvarsha. And Bharatvarsha was not what it is now, Kashmir se Kanyakumari tak, Atak se Katak tak. It was not that much only. It was across the globe. That was the Bharatvarsha during that time. So he was that powerful. But even after the power, he was also very, very soft in his heart because he is a devotee of Krishna. The one who is a devotee of Krishna is very soft in the heart. His heart is like so soft that it is like, fresh butter coming from the purely taken, freshly taken milk from Surabhi cows. Surabhi cows, So that gives hundreds of liters of milk in one go. And from that cows, the makhan that has been taken, it is as soft as that, his heart was. So he gets into the mood of compassion. He feels compassion for them. Why does he feel compassion about that, Devalina?
Because they were all his relatives. And also he thought that if everybody all the soldiers are going to die, what's going to happen to their family?
Absolutely. Very good. Very good, Devalina. You are studying well. So thank you. So also the thought that comes to his mind, as Devalina said, that the compassionate ground on which he feels that, what will happen to their families once these people are killed? They are dying in the battle. What will happen to their families? What will happen to the young children? And the further he thinks whole lot of things, There is Varuna Sankara also, he thinks that, what will happen to the progeny that is coming? It will be, the ladies will be looted by the miscreants. That's what he thinks. And also thinks that what is the kind of an enjoyment am I going to get even if after I win the war? So that is the enjoyment aspect that he talks about. What will happen even if I win the war? Who am I going to enjoy this war with? Even if I win, who am I going to enjoy this win with? It is like, you buy a new Mercedes Benz, come home and there is nobody. Can you enjoy that moment? You have to find somebody to whom I can give a call. I can do a video call to show them this is my Mercedes Benz. I just bought it. I got a promotion and the company has given me so and so car, BMW X6 maybe. Just an example. But am I going to enjoy that moment when nobody's there home with whom I can share this enjoyment with? Similar feeling is coming to Arjun, but his feeling is even higher than what I'm talking about at the moment. These examples are very tiny in front of what I'm just trying to give an analogy by which you should be able to understand, what enjoyment is he talking about. You must have seen people coming home in their new car. First of all, what they do coming in the society in India, they honk, map, map. Then they enter so that everyone will come and see, oh, this guy has come home, So every day when he comes home, he, honk the car and people would know now that he has come, see, home. Because that is the joy he gets. the person gets, other feels envious, and he gets the joy. So the mentality of the people is like that, you know. The enjoyment has two parts to it. One is, oh, I'm just very happy. Second, happiness comes when others are envious about it, isn't it? But Arjuna's happiness was not that, not because of envy. His enjoyment, he was saying that, how I can enjoy this when nobody is there. I want to share my enjoyment with my people. When they all are killed, am I really going to enjoy that? So the compassionate ground he speaks about, then he speaks about the enjoyment. Now he speaks on the third aspect. That is, what kind of impact it is going to be on me, whether it is a papa or punya. So now he comes to that aspect of it. And that's where our verse 36 come into picture. So now we are going to recite the verse number 36. I will recite and you can follow. Papamevashayet asman
Papamevashritasman
Advaitan atate yahnan
Advaitan Ataitan
Tasman narha vayam hantum
Tasmanarayam
Dhatarashtrans bandhavan
Dhritarashtrams Bandhavam
Swajanam hi katham hatva
Swajanam Hikatamhatva
Sukhina shama madhava.
Tukina Shama Madhava
Now one line at a time. Papam evashayet asman hatvaitan atatayinah
Papam Ishvasman Advaitan Ataitan
Tasman narha vayam hantum dhartarashtrans bandhavan.
Tasman Naryavayahantu Harshata Sadabhadvan
Swajvanam hi katham hatva sukhina shama madhava.
Janami Katam Hatva Tukina Sana Madhava.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sun will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune? And how could we be happy by killing our own kinsman? He's calling him Shama Madhava and Sukhinha Shama Madhava. And why he's calling him Shama Madhava here? The significance of calling him Shama Madhava is what? He is the husband of Lakshmi. He's the husband of Lakshmi. And wherever there is Lakshmi, there is happiness. And he is calling specifically with this because he is the husband of goddess of fortune. How can there be a fortune when all the people, that is Dhritarashtra and Bandhavan, all will be killed? What kind of happiness is going to be there? What kind of fortune is going to be there when all these people are killed? The point is very, very, we have to think about these kind of points. And Arjuna is thinking while he is there, his wife was, molested in the assembly. And still he is thinking about others. Look at the kind of heart the devotee will have. He is the best friend of Krishna and a devotee as well. So he's playing dual role there. So how it is applied to us, our life is also like a Kurukshetra, where we are fighting every day and night, some fight here or there, and we are going through that. His Grace Gaur Gopal Prabhu says, don't go through life, grow through the life. Every time you learn a lesson, grow through it so that you learn something out of that difficulty and then you get ahead. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we come to the purport. I will request Devlina to read the purport, please.
According to Vedic injunctions, there are 6 kinds of aggressors: a poison giver, one who sets fire to the house, one who attacks with deadly weapons, one who plunders riches, one who occupies another's land, and one who kidnaps a wife. Such aggressors are at once to be killed, and no sin is incurred by killing such aggressors. Such killing of aggressor is quite befitting any ordinary man. But Arjuna was not an ordinary person. He was saintly by character, and therefore he wanted to deal with them in saintliness. This kind of saintliness, however, is not for a Kshatriya. Although a responsible man in the administration of a state is required to be saintly, he should not be cowardly. For example, Lord Rama was so saintly that people even now are anxious to live in the kingdom of Lord Rama, Ram Rajya. But Lord Rama never showed any cowardice. Ravana was an aggressor against Rama because Ravana kidnapped Rama's wife Sita. But Lord Rama gave him sufficient lessons, unparalleled in the history of the world. In Arjuna's case, however, one should consider the special type of aggressors, namely his own grandfather, own teacher, friends, sons, grandsons, etc. Because of them, Arjuna thought that he should not take the severe step necessary against ordinary aggressors. Besides that, saintly persons are advised to forgive. Such injunctions for saintly persons are more important than any political emergency. Arjuna considered that rather than kill his own kinsmen for political reasons, it would be better to forgive them on grounds of religion and saintly behavior. He did not therefore consider such killing profitable simply for the matter of temporary bodily happiness. After all, kingdoms and pleasures derived therefrom are not permanent. So why should he risk his life and eternal salvation by killing his own kinsmen? Arjuna's addressing of Krishna as Madhava, or the husband of the goddesses of fortune, is also significant in this connection. He wanted to point out that Krishna, that as the husband of the goddesses of fortune, should not induce Arjuna to take up a matter which would ultimately bring about misfortune. Krishna, however, never brings misfortune to anyone, to say nothing of his devotees.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. So there are few takeaways from this purport that Srila Prabhupada has written. So the takeaways are that what are the aggressors and how many types of aggressors are there that he is going to find. Okay. So every Krishna's avatar that Krishna appears in certain avatars, onto this material world, and he does a certain pastime. So when he came as Lord Ram, he was called as Maryada Purushottam. So he was only having one wife. That was the Maryada first. Second Maryada was that he never did anything wrong. Third thing is that he, without thinking what Arjun is thinking here, that Varuna Sankara or a compassionate crowd, enjoyment, this, all those things. He simply went and lived in the jungle, looked after his wife there, and then the aggressor, Ravana, what he did, he kidnapped his wife. Okay. Then this is kind of aggressors which should not be tolerated. And that's why he wanted to kill Ravan and he killed him. Yeah, finally. So that's where we do the Dashera. Yeah, Vijayadashmi. And other thing we need to also understand here that Arjuna is thinking that if I don't do this, I will not be performing my duty as a Kshatriya. There are 4 types of Varnas, right? Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Right? So each one has been created by Lord Krishna in order to run this socially. All that these people will work under certain rules and regulations they are going to follow. So Kshatriya has to follow his dharma as administrator. Right? Brahman is a teacher. He gives knowledge to people. And he does all the yajna karma. He does the yajna karma. He also does, puja archa, and also do teaching, giving the knowledge to the people. Kshatriya will do the administrator. Vaishya will do the business kind of activity. And Shudra will do all the labor work. It has been misused in India by putting them into various caste system, which is not good, right? Because if somebody is doing the work of cleaning somebody's toilets, it's not his dharma. He is doing it because he has been doing that work because he cannot do anything else. Because like getting a birth in the Brahmin family does not make you Brahmin. You're getting birth in the Brahmin family and then doing the work of a Kshudra, then you are a Kshudra. Most people in this world, when they take birth, they are Kshudras first. When they get certain qualities and achieve that quality, then they are the master of that. Like in a Brahmin family also, someone can be an administrator. In the administration family or Kshatriya family, somebody can become a doctor. Somebody can become a teacher. So then he is considered as Brahmin. Chaturvarnam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagasha. That is what Krishna has done. Chaturvarnam maya srishtam. It is my srishti, he says, It is, I have created this. He didn't say that Chaturvarnam, somebody else's srishtam, guna karma vibhagasha. He didn't say that. Maya srishtam, because I have designed this. For what he has designed this? So that they all come together, work in a cohesive way, and then they cooperate with each other and then worship Krishna. End of the day. So that is the ultimate goal. However, many of you, including myself, I came to Australia, or you also might have come to Australia in order to earn money. That was the main objective. Nobody came here to do, study of Bhagavad Gita. Has anyone? Can you raise your hand if anyone has? No, at least not me. But situation arose, and then I put into this situation where I came into Krishna consciousness and started learning the Shastra. I came in contact with nice people, and then I started attending the classes. Then I studied hard. So whatever study I did, I can't say hard, but yes, I did my best, that whatever I could, so I could learn the Shastra. And then, so the crux of the matter is that we all came here to earn money and live a very good life. Yeah. But after coming here, those who are joining the classes, they are really very lucky, and you are at the right path, I would say. So the point I was trying to make, that Arjun is talking about why I should be killing. Though there are 6 types of aggressors, I know my dharma as a Kshatriya that I should be doing. I should be killing them because they are the aggressors. And there are 6 types of aggressors. They have taken our land. This is also one of the aggressors. They stole the land in front of our eyes. Priyanka, Uday, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. So that's the reason he has to follow his dharma as a Kshatriya. Because if he runs away, Kshatriya runs away from the battlefield, he will be called as coward. So he cannot do that. That's the pressure on him, that he has to give punishment to the aggressor. But the thought is coming to his mind as Swajanam hi katham hatva sukhinam syama madhava. By killing my Swajanam hatva. Hatva means to kill. Swajanam hatva hi katham hatva sukhinam. What kind of happiness will I get by killing my own kinsman? He says, please, Madhava, please tell me, because Madhava is Radha Madhava. So that time the Radha is Lakshmi Devi. That is his wife. Shama Madhava. So he's asking, who's the husband of goddess Lakshmi, goddess of fortune, that he should not induce Arjun. So his question is more to Krishna, saying that why are you putting me in this situation where I have to kill all these people? Why can't you do it? So automatically all the problems will be solved. Why does Krishna do that? Because Krishna wants to do his pastimes along with his devotees. Krishna has already killed all these people before even the war started, and that he showed him in his mouth. When we come to chapter 11, we come to the Virat Rupa of Bhagavad Gita. And that's where, and before that, he has shown his Virat Rupa to Yashodama. He's shown his Virat Rupa in the assembly of Duryodhan. But not everybody could see anything. Those who saw, they thought, oh, he's just showing his mystic power. He's like a Jadugar. He's a magician, showing some mystic power because of which he just, created something in his mouth. What we see on the, India, England got talent, Australia got a talent. All these programs, So we get to see some examples that how people can make use of their mystic powers and show something like that. They show see the girl is standing here and he puts a curtain in front of him. The curtain goes, the girl changes to a old woman like that. So these kind of tricks they play. But here, there is no trick. Krishna is showing his Virata Rupa in various ways to various people. The Rupa which he has shown to Yashodama was different from what he has shown it to Arjun. But Arjun was very, very scared after seeing that Rupa. He said, no, I don't want to see this. You come back to your two-handed form. Shama Sundar form. Because I only love that form. I can't tolerate your four-handed form. It is very scary for me. Because as a devotee, I love your two-handed form only. Please come back. Yes, I know that you are Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are Bhagavan. And I know your power. So the point I was trying to make that Krishna has already done it, but he wants to give credit to his devotee and friend, that is Arjun. We all know that we are going to die one day. Yeah, we are not here permanently for centuries, But as long as we are here, we should be able to face the problems of the life. So Bhagavad Gita is a book that is a manual for life. Like there is a manual for a television, how to operate. There is a manual for dishwasher, how to operate. There is a manual, user manual for washing machine. You change the machine from Samsung to Fisher and Paykel, you have a different manual. The only difference would be the buttons are here, buttons are there, and all those things, right? How one cycle, whether only rinse cycle you want to run, or you want to run the economy cycle, this and that. So depending on that, you will troubleshooting, there is water coming, leaking, this, that, So that is the manual for that particular machine. Bhagavad Gita is the manual for life because Krishna is giving the lessons to Arjun in order for us to understand this knowledge as well in the course of time, that how we should be, navigating our life so that we become a good devotee of Krishna and do the right thing. We should not become an aggressor. The 6 types of aggressors are listed here. Why? Someone may say that, मुझे क्या करना है 6 types of aggressor? No, you should know. If in case you do this kind of work, then that is not proper, right? So for that to understand, we need to know the knowledge that is coming from the Shastra, which is the scripture. The scriptural knowledge is very, very, very beneficial. So one lesson from here is, why should we read the Shastra? At least 1 page every day. By reading, you are going to gain something, not lose anything. You will gain something. What is the gain? That you get to know the knowledge which you were not being told so far. Even if you do an engineering from IIT Madras, IIT Kanpur, or Harvard School, London School of Economics, you will not get this knowledge. What is the knowledge that is given by the scriptures to us? And it's all Srila Prabhupada's mercy that we got these books translated in 108 languages. He did the original translation in English. My Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, he did it in Bengali. All the 50 volumes of books he translated in Bengali. In the very first meeting, Prabhupada asked my Guru Maharaj to translate all my books in Bengali. Then he became the personal secretary for all Indian affairs. So he used to translate all the books, as well as he used to write letters for all the correspondence in Hindi as well within India. So he used to create a draft, show it to Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, okay, send it for him. Because that time there was no email, right? Everything was typewritten. And those typewriters, cut, 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 cut. They make that sound. All right. So the point I'm trying to make is these books teach us a lot. They are also very tasty in terms of how the Shastra has been developed. And Bhagavad Gita has been written in chapter-wise, chapter-wise, chapter-wise. Krishna did not speak to Arjun in this way. Okay, Arjun, are you ready? I'm going to read chapter 2 for you today. No, that is not the way he has done it. Okay. It was a continuous dialogue that was happening for 16 days. Right? But the beauty of that time in the war was, at sunrise, they used to start. At sunset, they used to stop. It was a very gentleman promise from both the sides. After that, nobody will come and do any mischief there. Sunrise, they will start by blowing the conch shells, and then evening, they will blow the conch shell and stop. Or will go home into their tents, take rest, and then next day they will again start. Right? So Bhagavad Gita, when Lord spoke to Arjun, it was not for 16 days, I beg your pardon. It was maybe an hour or so from that point of perspective, because the time is Krishna himself. The Kala is Krishna. So time changes as per the, as per whatever yuga we are in. Yeah. Okay. So coming to Arjuna's, 3 points that he's talking about: the compassionate nature, enjoyment, and then his third point is what good is going to happen by killing. So now we come to the next verse where he talks about that. Any question before that? All right. 37, 38, both are together here. So I will chant and then you repeat. यद्यप्येतेन पश्यन्ति लोभोपहत चेतसः
यादि
अपि
अपि
एतेन पश्यन्ति
लोभो हतासि
कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्
कृतं दोषं मित्रदुःखं
Let's repeat half, okay? So probably you are finding it difficult to recite. यद्यप्येतेन पश्यन्ति. Repeat.
यद्यप्येतेन पश्यन्ति
पश्यन्ति
लोभोपहत चेतसः
लोभोपहत चेतसः
कुलक्षयकृतं दोषम्
कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं
मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्
मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्
Again. यद्यप्येतेन पश्यन्ति
यद्यपि यत् न पश्यन्ति
लोभोपहत चेतसः
लोभोपहत चेतसः
कुलक्षयकृतं दोषम्
कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं
मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्
मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्
Now, one line at a time, complete. यद्यप्येतेन पश्यन्ति लोभोपहत चेतसः
यद्यपि यत् न पश्यन्ति लोभोपहत चेतसः
कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्
कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्
Now, pronunciation is good now for everyone. No difficulty? Okay. Now, one line. So, both lines in one go now. I will chant first, then you will repeat. Yadyapyetena pashyanti lobhopahata chetasaha kulakshayakritam dosham mitradrohe cha patakam.
यद्यपि यत् न पश्यन्ति लोभोपहत चेतसः कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्
Next verse. Katham na jneyamasmami
कथं ज्ञेयमस्माभिः
पापात् अस्मान् निवृत्तितुम्
पापात् अस्मन्निवर्तितुम्
कुलक्षयकृतं दोषम्
कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं
प्रपश्चाद्वीर्जनार्दन
जनार्दन
Again. कथं न ज्ञेयम् अस्माभिः
कथं न ज्ञेयम् अस्माभिः
पापदात् अस्मान् निवृत्तितुम्
पापात् अस्मन्निवर्तितुम्
कुलक्षयकृतं दोषम्
कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं
प्रपश्चाद्वीर्जनार्दन
प्रपश्यापि जनार्दन
Again. Katham nadneyam asmabihi
कथं न तेन अस्माभिः
papat asman nivrithitum
पापादस्मान्निवर्तितं
kulakshaya kritam dosham
दोषं
tapashyadvirjanardana.
तपस्याभिर्जनार्दन
Now, one line at a time. Katham nadneyam asmabihi papat asman nivrithitum.
कथं न जनम् अस्माभिः पापादस्मान्निवर्तितं
Kulakshaya kritam dosham papashyadvirjanardana.
कुलक्षय कृतं दोषं पापस्याभिर्जनार्दन
Now, full shloka at a time. Katham nabdeyam asmabihi papat asman nivrithitum kulakshaya kritam dosham prapashyadvirjanardana.
कथं न जनम्
Papad asman nivartitam
कुलक्षय कृतं दोषं पापस्याभिर्जनार्दन
Okay. Jaya, can you read the translation, please, for me?
O Janardana, although these men, their hearts overtaken by greed, see no fault in killing one's family or quarreling with friends, why should we, who can see the crime in destroying a family, engage in these acts of sin?
Yeah. Poet Prabal Prabhu, can you read, please?
The next part?
Yeah. So Prabal Prabhu.
O Kshatriya.
A Kshatriya is not supposed to refuse to battle or gamble when he is so invited by some rival party. Under such an obligation, Arjuna could not refuse to fight because he had been challenged by the party of Duryodhana. In this connection, Arjuna considered that the other party might be blind to the effects of such a challenge. Arjuna, however, could see the evil consequences and could not accept the challenge. Obligation is actually binding when the effect is good, but when the effect is otherwise, then no one can be bound. Considering all these pros and cons, Arjuna decided not to fight.
Yeah. So Arjuna is finding reasons why he should not be fighting. I mean, he's not trying to find an excuse that he doesn't want to fight, but these points are pretty valid, If someone is going mad, why should I go mad and unnecessarily, fight with such things? It is not going to do good for anyone. That's what his point is, So if someone is going mad and he is seeing only one part of it because he is very one-sided, or he is thinking only the side in which Duryodhana has empowered or have bring them into his side of things, thinking that way. It is a mad thinking. And that doesn't invite me to fight. I still feel because they are mad, am I going to be mad as well? No. So his point is that no, I don't want to be. I will take the decision based on my mental ability and what I should be doing as an important individual who is a devotee of Krishna. I know that they are aggressors. I know that they are bad. I know that they are this. However, I don't want to kill them. I don't want to harm them, because once they are killed, it will cause kulakshaya kritam dosham. Kulakshaya. So you must have heard the name Akshaya, right? What is the difference between Akshaya and Kshaya? Somebody we say that he has got Kshaya Roga, means what do you call jaundice. Earlier, the jaundice was called as Kshaya. So Kshaya means to die after that. In Hindi it is called Pilya. So Kshaya and Akshaya. Akshaya, see when we say a before the word, that means it is ulta, opposite of that. Akshaya and Kshaya. Kulakshaya kritam dosham. Why should I become and get the dosha of killing the entire dynasty? Kulakshaya. Because each individual, warrior in that side of the army is having his own dynasty. By killing this person, his wife will be bereft of the husband, his children will be bereft of his father. And if everyone is gone like that from the whole army of Kauravas, so all the fathers will be gone, all grandfathers will be gone, then who is going to teach all the rituals and all the good things to the remaining children in the families? Everyone will go away. So I will get so many things. Mitra dohe chapatakam. I am their mitra, I am their friend. I'll get mitra dohe chapatakam. I have kulakshaya kritam dosham. So that I'll have kulakshaya kritam. I'll be doing the kriti by which I'll be doing a kulakshaya. Kritam dosham. And it will also show as lobho pahati chetasaha. I'm only doing a out of lobha. Right? And katham dat dem asmabi papad asman nivrittitum. I'll be the contributor to the papa that I'll be doing. I'm contributing into that papa. All this knowledge that Arjuna is possessing because he is the devotee of Krishna. What a beautiful way of explaining his feeling by these shlokas. That's why the shlokas are very important, so that we can live that mood, understand that mood. Somebody may ask the question, why? What is important to read the Sanskrit? Some people call it Sanskrit as a dead language because it's not being used anymore. But it gives so much knowledge in just few words. So he finally asks, by kulakshaya kritam dosham, tapasya dvit janardana. Janardana, why is he calling Janardana to Krishna now here? Janad Arjuna, Janardana means the one who is the caretaker of the entire people, entire Earth planet, or the universe, or universes rather. It's not one universe. We are only living on one universe. That's why we have knowledge only of this universe. There will be millions of universes around. And each universe has their own Brahma. For our universe, there is only one Brahma. There are various universes. And each universe have their own Brahma. But for all the universes, there is only one Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is Bhagavan Krishna. So the question is so valid. Kulakshaya kritam dosham tapashyadvit janardana. By doing the kulakshaya krita, what kind of benefit am I going to get, Janardana? You are known as Janardana. You are the caretaker of the entire universes. Not only one universe, many universes put together. Please tell me what is the benefit that I'm going to get out of this? He's putting the question to Krishna. Are we all okay time-wise? Because it is already 12:43. Can we speak for another 5-10 minutes? Yeah? All right. Come to the verse 39. Verse 39. Kulakshaye pradashanti
Kulakshaye
Pranashanti
kuladharmah sanatanaha
Kuladharma Sanatana
Pranaha
dharme nashte kulam kristam
Dharme Naste Kulam
Kulam
Shaktam
Prishtam
adharmo bhi bhavati uta
Adharmo Bhi
Adar
Bhavati Uta
Bhavata
kulakshaye pranashanti kuladharma
Kulakshaye
sanatanaha
Pranashanti
Kulakshaye Pranashanti
Kuladharma
Kuladharma Sanatana
dharme nashte kulam kristam adharmo bhi bhavatyuta.
Dharme Naste Kulam
Kulam
Shritam
Prishtam
Dharmo Bhi
Adharmo
Bhavati Uta
Bhavata.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Kavita, can you read the translation, please?
With the destruction of dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligious practice.
So what do you understand from the translation, Kavita?
Due to the war, the dynasty is vanished, and tradition is no more exists due to that. And the rest of the family became they are no more religious.
Yeah, because who's going to teach them what is the religiosity, what is not religiosity? So all these education will be lost when the dynasty itself does not have any father. So all those good things, who's going to teach them? Either they will have to import it from somewhere, and the imported things may not be the right, or there will not be anyone to teach them. So what will bring? It will 100% being the irreligion. That is the point he's making here. Yeah. Saloni, can you read the translation? Sorry, the purport.
In the system of the Varnashrama institution, there are many principles of religious tradition to help members of the family grow properly and attain spiritual values. The elder members are responsible for such purifying processes in the family, beginning from birth to death. But on the death of the elder members, such family traditions of purification may stop, and the remaining younger family members may develop irreligious habits and thereby lose their chance for spiritual salvation. Therefore, for no purpose should the elder members of the family be slain.
So many reasons he has given so beautifully.
Yeah.
In this one shloka, he has given so many reasons that why we shouldn't. In the Varnashrama institution, there are many principles of religious traditions to help members of the family grow properly and attain spiritual values. That's why it is important. Not the politics to learn from them. Because within the dynasty of people, there are politics as well. That's what the Bollywood film shows us, isn't it? But if the elder members are those who are responsible for such purifying process in the family, beginning from birth to death. So we all know, so what we follow is what our elders have taught us. That if someone dies, 13th day, rituals are to be done, 40th day rituals are to be done, 5th day rituals are to be done, 10th day rituals are to be done. There are reasons behind it, and there are scientific reasons also behind that. Because as soon as someone dies, his soul still remains there for 40 days. Finding the right body where it can go. That is why these spiritual rituals are required to be done in order for that soul to find the right body.
I've got a question here. I
Yes,
thought that at the moment you're dying, it's what entity you think of, person or animal, that's the birth you will be taking. Like you don't
That's
have a
correct.
choice to go and look for it.
Yeah, yeah. But what happens is this 40-day period, what is happening? That's what is choosing, finding. No, it's not like, you come from one room, go into the other rooms immediately. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
Because there's a process. So this is a very scientific process of, reincarnation. So reincarnation come on the word reincarna. Incarna means the flesh. Incarna is the flesh. So with the flesh, what becomes? A body is created. So once the body is getting created, that time the soul has to be available for that. It is like, assembling a machine. So you put a bottom part, up part, side part to it. Then you have to put the engine into it. You must have seen some assembling, in the factory, or even we buy some things which are need to be assembled at home. We put everything together. Yes, Jaya.
This is a question. What I was told is, depending on what your karma has been in this life, you are allocated the next.
Yeah.
what is
Allocated meaning that whatever the kind of activity that you have done in the last life, if you are meat eater throughout your life, you will get the birth of a lion or a fox or some other carnivorous, because you have done that and you love to do that. If you have done some pious activities, you will go to Swargaloka or similar loka, where you will live until your pious activities are completely exhausted. You will live there. But again, what happens? Again, you come back to material world. To start with half kg and start with quack, quack. Then, so everything will start from there onwards. So again, you have to go through the life cycle of birth and death. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanu darshanam. That will again start with you. However, our aim is not to come back here. Why do we read these Shastras? Our aim is to go back to Godhead and never come back. We don't want to start the next life from scratch here. And go through again the same process. Go to primary school, go to secondary school, again dibba, again homework. Again, once you do the studies, then you are again struggling for engineering or MBBS or whatever. Why do you want to go through all this again, this pain? Better to go back to God and serve Him there eternally. Yeah. Any more questions, please? Okay. Looks like everybody is satisfied or hungry for lunch. So we'll stop here. And we are in Damodar month at the moment. Damodar Mass is very, very auspicious and the most favorite month for Lord Krishna as well, because he has done his pastime of Damodar, Dama Udar. Why it's called Damodar? Dama and Udar. Udar means belly and Dam means the rope. Okay. So Yashoda Ma catches Krishna and binds him with a rope. And the other end of the rope she puts into from where you take out the butter. So to that. And why does she do that? All this. It's a beautiful pastime of that we will discuss in the next class. Please read whatever we have done so far. prepare yourself for the next class, that if I ask you any question, you have the answer to it. Don't see here and there, gone there. Yeah, it's a good habit to at least read half an hour every day. It doesn't take much time. Don't write many WhatsApp messages to your friends. It is not going to yield you anything for the rest of your life. And if somebody has sent a video of Madhuri Dixit, it is not going to help you anything in the life. Read Shastra. It is going to help. Okay. Now, before we finish, we will do the Vaishnava Pranam. If I have committed any aparadh or you guys have committed any aparadh, aparadh does not mean that you are showing or on your faces or speaking something. It can happen in the mind as well. Like that, so that can also happen. So let's do Vaishnava Pranam so that we can all come out of that, that kind of a mentality. So open your Anglacharan prayers, and there is a Vaishnava Pranam, which is known as Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha. Okay.
Which page is it?
Good question. So we did till 39 today, right? So see, every book will have a different numbering, but it should be on the second page, page number 2 in the introduction to Bhagavad Gita. The second verse, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha. Did you find it? Yeah?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Are we all ready? 1, 2, 3. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhya patitam
Pavadebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Namo Namaha.
Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Jai,
Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Jai,
Radha Gopinath Bhagavan ki jai.
Jai,
Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Ki Jai,
Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
I'll send you the link of the recording sometime today.
Yeah.
Hare